here. It's another Sunday for us to prepare for another trading week. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope we are making some good money in the market. Hope we are growing. Hope we are learning. Hope we are improving. So, this is one big marathon, and if you are new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button, and then you go hit that like button. So for any time I drop an analysis, you get notified on time, because I always drop this analysis every Sunday evening, and you have to make sure you see it on time before the market opens. You get my explanation of what I was expecting or what I am seeing. That might probably happen in the nearest week. So please, before you continue, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and don't forget to drop your comments in the comment section below. If you are looking for a reliable broker, I have the link below. Xness, my #1 reliable broker. You can use to deposit via Momo, credit card, Bitcoin, PayPal, USDT. In fact, crypto. Everything is within a maximum minute of maximum time of 3 minutes. Quick deposit, quick withdrawals. No delayance. No 120. It's instant withdrawals. So if you want that, the link is below. If you want to join my academy, I offer mentorship, I offer signals, and I do offer one-on-one too. So the link to all my socials are down below. You can join the Telegram, the WhatsApp channel, and the link to all my socials are there. So without much waste of time, let's look at the chart. So we are going to do DXY, Euro USD, GBP USD, and then lastly gold, right? So let's look at that, and that will be the end of today's weekly session. So now in front of me I have DXY dollar index. So this is 1 day, but let's see what has been happening throughout the week. So let's check the market through the 1 week market time frame. So from the 1 week time frame, what can we see? The market is in an uptrend because we have seen the presence of higher highs and higher lows. So see higher lows here, and then markets are giving higher highs from here. So that's the trend of which the market is in. So the market got here, and now something important to look. Collected liquidity from this double bottom, pushed back to the upside, and what happened? Break structure to the opposite direction, and we'll call that change in character. So now this one down here is what called liquidity sweep, and then we have the one above runs on liquidity. So price did came back, and guess what? There was a fair value gap. There was a fair value gap here, and price tapped into that fair value gap until it got into the other block. The other block here is the last candle, the last recent candle before the inefficiency. So this last candle is called another block, and then we have a fair value gap. And you see price kicked out from there, immediately shooting to the upside. Now, where do you think price is going to? Where do you think price is going to? Price is coming right up here to complete this movement, to tap into the liquidity that is above here. As simple as that, and that's how you take trades. Now, this is what the higher time frame is telling us. So every candle you see here took 1 week to form, right? 1 week. That's 5 trading days, because there's no market on Saturdays and Sunday. So we have, what do we have here? Break, structure, break, structure, and then now we have another high here that price has not done anything. So now we are interested at the lowest low, right? We're interested at the low that happened before that push. So now we can say this one here is a break and structure, and price reacted on this zone here, that's the demand zone. So price reacting on that demand zone. So we can't really tell the other block that is sleeping here, but if we scale down, let's go now something like 3 days to see how price got to that level and the reaction. So here we have this imbalance here. This imbalance here. Yes, we have it here. Here, see price tap into that imbalance, and what happened? Now, our job is to see what will happen here. Our job is to see what will happen here. What we need to see is a change of character. right? So we can't see that at on the 3 minute time, 3 days time frame. Let's go now to the 1 day time frame to look out for that. So you see the circle, that's 1 day time frame. And what we are looking for is to get a confirmation to tell us that price might start shooting up from that level. So what am I looking for now here? I want to see a change in character or a shift in market structure, because I know price have tapped into the higher time frame order block and demand zone, and sorry, inefficiency and demand zone. Scaling down now to the smaller time frame, the 1 day time frame, what do I see here? I see a nice, I see a nice demand zone. Once price fully mitigated into that zone, look at the push that happened here. This was a high, price break away from this high. What is this telling us? We are about to go to the upside. Once price break to the high, we sweep liquidity, right? Then we had a push to the downside. Now we are still looking at the last recent candle that happened before the inefficiency, and here it is. Right here, you see that. Price came, filled all of this. Price filled all of this imbalance that was sleeping here, and price tapped into the fair value gap, piercing into the demand zone. Now, what is that telling us? After that happened, price pushed to the upside, break structure here. Break structure from here. We go to the 4 hours. On the 4 hour, what do we see? That was a clear break in structure. So like what happened in the past, what do we expect? We expect price to come back down here and start buying. Remember, we were in a downtrend. We were in a downtrend. So this is where price change character. Price come back to fit all of that zone. So what I'm going to look here now, is to get a discount price where I could start looking for buys to continue riding with the new trend. So I'll take my Fibonacci from this swing low right up to the swing high here, and I will be looking at price around my discount zone. Now, the things that will give me confidence of price being my discount zone is one, seeing a fair value gap within my discount zone. So I can't see it on this 4 hours, so I let's go to 2 hours time frame. 2 hours. Let's go to 2H time frame. On the 2 hour, what have I seen? Below here, I have this fair value gap. And this is the last pullback that happened. So definitely, that should be liquidity. I want to see the reaction of price in from this zone on a smaller time frame, like the 30 to 15 minutes. I want to see how price will be reacting from here, because price won't just stop here and I just start buying. No. I want to see how price will react here on the 15 and 30 minutes. When I get that confirmation, and what are the confirmation I need to see there? I want to see displacement, or I want to see change of character after price have tapped into this zone. Displacement, change of character, or a failed swing when price tap in that zone. So I will be patient enough. To wait for price reaction when it gets to this zone. So here, on a smaller time frame, I'll be waiting for my confirmation, because this is what we call a POI, right? This is what we call POI, point of interest. You log that there. Point of interest. Where is your point of interest? I want to see the market reaction on this area. This is what I want to see on the 15-minute time frame, to be precise. I want to see how price will react from here on this zone. That's all I'm looking for. And That is my analysis for USD index, DXY, the dollar index. If I see that, then my next target will be here. You need to understand where price is coming from and where price is going to. The market will always provide you with that information. And all you need to do as a trader is to be patient. Patience, patience. When you hit that button, you allow the trade to play because you have your risk management in place. That is your target. That is your risk. If you see what you want to see, let it play. 1:3, let it play. As simple as that. Let it play. So now, that is my analysis for DXY. I'm going to copy this analysis and send into the Telegram channel. So make sure you click the link and join the Telegram channel to see this. This is the before of my analysis, and then wait for the after. Now we go to my favorite, which is the GU, Great British Pound USD. Let's start from the 2 weeks, 1 week time frame. Let's start with the 1 week time frame, and then we check that out. So on the 1 week time frame, what are you seeing here? Price was in a downtrend. Price have broken structure. Price has broken structure, collected liquidity, and is now shooting to the upside, maybe to continue the downward. So we are going to identify the discount zone where we think or we see price coming to, or if price have tapped into the premium zone. That is how you do your analysis. This is my Fibonacci levels. I have a video. You can check through my videos to see my Fibonacci settings. Just go through my videos, you see Fibonacci settings. So this is my premium zone, below is my discount zone. So from 70, 78, 88, these are my important zone. And when price get into those zones, I need to be very careful and to see what will actually happen. So here, what do we see? Price is still playing within my premium zone and tapping on the 50% zone. That is the equilibrium price. So price is still reacting there, and once price touched that zone, it still gave us some bullish structure in the market. So I saw something here like an equilibrium, a fair value gap with the demand zone sleeping next to it. And when price got to that zone, price reaction was very strong and very significant. You can see as price tapped, what happened? It started pushing to the upside. Price has given us a higher high, but we have not seen any lower low yet. So could this be price going up? That's still no reason to take a trade. So here we have this level here, and within that structure we have another structure. So I will take out this fib level, and I'll focus on this swing high here, swing high, because it's now we have a descendants. Swing high, swing low. No, swing high. This is the swing. Yes, swing low. This is the swing low here. Right. This is our points of interest. Just focus here. Swing low. This is the low that broke to the upside, and this is the high that is in the upside. Once price got to that swing high, what happened? We have this our discount zone, and from every indication, price has tapped into the discount zone, premium zone. Sorry, price has tapped into the premium zone, which is now the golden zone. What happened when price tapped into that zone? That is my interest. Price gave us a higher low here. Then price did what? Swept liquidity. Now let me take this out for us to see clearly. Price swept liquidity around that level. What is this? So have sweep of liquidity, break of structure. Price going back into that premium zone, and we are seeing the reaction of price from that level. This was the last pullback when price clear that liquidity. This was the last pullback, and we see price again have cleared the liquidity in the last pullback. And on the smaller time frame, we know whether that is a break of structure or a sweep of liquidity. So let's go now to the 1 day, straight to the 1 day. This will help to tell you what we should be looking for next week. On the 1 day, as price swept that liquidity, what happened here? Price swept out this low, and we have not seen a candle close below the low yet. So that's how the market ended on Friday. Let's go to the 4 hours. For refinement, on the 4 hours, a candle have not successfully closed below this low. On the 4 hours. So we have liquidity taken from the upside and taken to the downside. Now, on these 4 hours, what price is telling me here that this is now a break of structure in this nature, according to this level, because the candle have closed above that week with the full body, and this is now a liquidity sweep. So can we say we expect price to come up here, tap into this other block to continue selling, to start selling to the downside, and then we will say this is a change of character? But before we determine that, let's look at what was below that. So if you see here, there was another block lying here. There was some sort of pullback, and the pullback came with a break of structure. So the market pulled back from the high here, left with a break of structure. So on the 2 hours now, let's see something more interesting here. On the 2 hours, what do we expect? To start looking for a buy on GU. Why we saw a sell in DXY. So now I want to see this. This is the last pullback that happened before the market closed. What I want to see here is, if a candle closes above here breaking structure, I want to see that, and I'll call that a change of character. And then I expect a small pullback and start shooting up. Now I want to see this in my 15 minute. 15 minute, that is where I'm waiting for market reaction, or we can call it price action. So I'm observing, see the way I'm combining different strategies within. If I say change of character, I will assume that, okay, now this liquidity here needs to be attacked. And once price does that, you know where we are going to ride. You know where we are going to ride up to this upside, to tap into this zone here. So I will have something like that if I see that. But if I don't see that, I will wait to see for a sell, right? So I have two things I need to look out for. This zone respected or is disrespected. So I can still have the next confirmation, which will be price now returning back into that zone before giving me that sell to the downside. And how do I know the downside? 2 hours time frame back to understand price action on this other side. So where this is it. Two-sided bias. Don't be fixed that this is where price is going to. No. Be open to the two-sided possibilities. This can happen, that can happen. Be open. Be open. Be open. I'm seeing a sell here for DXY, price come and react here, and then for GU, I'm seeing a buy for price to go to the upside. But I must get my confirmations first. On to the other. We have Euro USD. We go on the higher time frame, which is the 1 day, because it gives us the same thing. Before I continue with this, let me take out all of the drawings. And let's look at the market on the 1 day time frame again. On the 1 day time frame, this guy is trying to give us some descending market here. Yo, yeah. Okay, sorry for that distraction. So what do we have here on the daily time frame? Nice one. Break of structure, break of structure, and then the next low, which is here. Now we need to understand: is this market coming from a demand zone or it's coming from a supply zone? Let's check out what. Let's look at the 3 days. 1 week will be too big for us. It is in the down move. The trend is down. The trend is down. So on the 1 day, we continue with the movement of the one from the 3 days. So on the 1 day, we are looking at sales on a. Now, price break structure. Where is the high that was there? We had this last pullback that happened before price break structure, and price got there, swept liquidity, and price reacted in those zones for a very long time before giving us a change in character. So you will say everything above here now is the other block, supply order block where price took. So we had what here? We had that change in character, price giving us confirmation, sweep of liquidity, break of structure to the downside. This is a very valid so, and then this fair value gap was so big that price couldn't fill. So you can call this type of entry consequence encroachment, where price took. But now, did it break a structure? That when we discover that was either strong or not. So consequence encroachment is something like 50% of a fair value gap. So that's where price tried to react from this zone here. So let's check out the 50%. So this is the fair value gap started from here and ended here. So you see 50% price reacted of it. Price reacted on the 50% of that fair value gap, which is here. So now once price tapped that zone, it broke structure here. Now let's check on the 4 hours to see the structure. The price broke from that level. Broke structure here. So what is price telling you? It's still going to continue to the downside. So what do we have here? We have this inefficiency here, imbalance, fair value gap here. That price needs to come on top. And above that fair value gap, what do we have here? We have liquidity slipping. And that was supposed to be a point where price needed to react from. So we have this zone here, which might be acting as a demand zone. Now we have the real entry here with the other block. So expect price to buy right up to that level and start selling. Same as EU, GU. We're expecting price to buy before we start seeing maybe a sell or a continuation. So we have a zone here that price reacted from. So now these are two zones that price might possibly react from. So we have liquidity slipping above here. We have this liquidity here and another liquidity here. So we need to see the reaction of price when it gets here. We need to see that price will form a failed swing, come and break structure. In fact, give us a change in character because that's what we are looking for. And then we continue selling. Or price might pierce right up here, give us that change in character. Like I said, wait for price to react on those zones. So on the 2 hours, that's almost the same thing, but it will be more larger. So if price will react from here, that means this demand zone, supply zone is respected. You can see volume and come further in here. So where is price now? Let's see where price is coming from. Where is price coming from now? Let's see if this liquidity were good. So there was liquidity slipping below here. Price collected that liquidity. So price have collected that liquidity. Let's see. There's another block here. Price tap into that other block. Just a bit of it. And now price seems to the upside. Just like GU. So this is the last high that it has formed. This is the last high that it has formed. So if you see a pullback, expect a change of character. So on the 15 minute, as usual, I will be waiting for my confirmation because what I'm seeing here, this is not what I want to see. I need to see market close above here or below here. So what do I have here? I have a new low and a new high. I want to see that which will be violated, and then I'll know that I'm looking for a buy targeting this high, or I'm looking for a sell targeting that low. That is my analysis. So here I am waiting for a change in character, right? So here I'm waiting for change in character. Wait for chalk. And that is it with you. And last on the list, we go to gold. Gold for all my gold diggers. For all my gold diggers. Let's start on the 1 day, sharp, 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 and then we move. We take out all the drawings. Get some self, our big space. So, gold. Interesting these days. So we had a sweep of liquidity here. Start on the 1 day, sweep of liquidity here. Sweep of liquidity here. And then we have this low here that have not yet been broken, so it's still respected. Demand is still respected. So what we're looking at again, demand has been respected, so price came, so the liquidity came to a new lower low. And now let's see, could this be like a break in structure? We'll know on the smaller time frame. On the smaller time frame, that is a break of structure for real. And now we'll have the first break of structure here. So I had the first break of structure on the 4 hour, and price started from some structures here, and there was a change. So on the 2 hours, we'll see some more refinement and refining our zone. So this is now the 2 hour break of structure zone, which is now called the change in character. Now once that happened, there was a fair value gap. Now we see the importance of always scaling down to a smaller time frame. There was a small fair value gap here. And even though we can bring it right down here, we have to feel that price tap into that zone. And what happened? What happened? It broke structure. So of course, price need to come back, fill all these inefficiencies here, and then we'll have a continuation to the downside. But if it does not respect that zone, it's going to violate, and then we're going to target the next level to the upside. But price won't just pierce as that continuation. It might pierce, right? So it depends on how price come here. So if price come here, clears out this liquidity, clears out that liquidity that's run on liquidity, clear out the liquidity above here, and change character or break structure here, then we know we are targeting now the downside. Okay, so that is what you need to wait on zone price happening on the zone, especially on higher time frame. So now on the 2 hour time frame, there is a high now here, and there is a low. Now let's rush to the 15 minute for our confirmations. You see that high? You see that low? Where is it coming from? Break of structure here. That's a change of character. So what might happen to it? It might sell. It might buy. So we have this level here. We're expecting to start buying. We have this break of structure here. And what do we have above here? Is this a fair value gap that price might react to? Can capture this part to be a zone. Now this is a low. Good. I like this. This is a low. This is a low. And this is a high now. I want to see. So we might, in this level, we might consider this to be liquidity. So we just want to see what will happen to price once it collects liquidity. We can collect liquidity and continue to the upside, or we collect liquidity and change character to the downside, and then we know we are going to look for sales to catch this down move. This down move, bring it down here and see the reaction, whether we'll continue selling to the downside or to the upside. So if we can't see something of that nature here, then we'll just continue with the buy. So guys, I have come to the end of my analysis. Like I said, I will copy all of this analysis and drop on my Telegram channel so you can follow up my analysis or my view of the market for this week. So I will be doing just that. So here guys, I am waiting for my confirmation. Patience, waiting for it to happen. So if you've watched the video right up to the end, you've been in the video about 30 minutes. 30 minutes, guys. So if you've watched this video, this is 30 minutes full of knowledge. You should be proud of yourself. And I want to see you at the top. If you need anything from me, please don't hesitate to get my socials and hit me. I remain your one and only Big Marathon.